aka Jason Boss, bring you another video. If you could, please continue to like, subscribe, share, all that wonderful stuff. I greatly appreciate it. I mean, I'm not going to give you guys any excuses anymore. I know that I am behind schedule on pushing out videos. I keep saying that I'm going to do this once a week, and I'm going to get to that point, guys. I swear. GoPro material will be coming up pretty soon as well. I'm working on some things, just kind of getting some of the personal life stuff together. But all said and done, we got a lot of great stuff coming to the channel. And I thank you guys for just continue watching and just having that patience with me. I really appreciate it, guys. All right, now, on to today's topic. Victory! Not victory as in you just won something, as in Victory Motorcycle Company. Now, I mean, granted, Victory is out of business and has been out of business for quite some time now. I do believe they went out of business right around 2017. Polaris pulled the plug on them. But, however, they actually had some pretty great bikes. Some American-made motorcycles. The bike that I want to specifically talk about today is the 2014 Victory Cross Country. I am looking at my notes, guys, so bear with me. I want to show you the pictures of this bike. I'm going to put them up now and throughout this video. This bike, I haven't got a chance to test drive yet. That video will be coming up pretty soon, and I would love to let you guys know what I think about it after I rode it. However, I have sat on this bike. I have started it up, so I do have some opinions of it just from off base. This is what I think you guys will see. This bike, as you can clearly see, is very much customized from the gate, guys. Like what you see on this bike, the gray and the lightning and the green and the floorboards and the cool looking crash bars and all this kind of stuff. Victory actually made that bike look like this from straight out the gate. That Ben 10 alien looking front headlight and all that kind of stuff. I mean, those are how Victory bikes were made. They were made, I think, for a guy that wanted more of a custom looking bike, but maybe didn't have that custom looking money, because if you took a Harley or any other bike and you did all that kind of stuff to it that Victory just comes with, it would cost you so much money. And I think Victory was just trying to get that out to their consumer right away. That could have been their downfall too. But here's some of the specs on that Victory Cross Country. By the way, this one is a 2014. Roughly, guys, I looked on the Kelley Blue Book thing on this bike. I mean, it's still kind of expensive. This bike roughly will run you about around $8,820 Kelley Blue Book price. So if you're going to a dealership or somewhere and you can get it for $8,000 and below, you've got a great deal. You'll probably get it between about $8,000 to $10,000. I would say it's probably going to be more than normal on this bike. Even though Victory is not making these bikes anymore, they actually do still have the parts for them. I don't know how long. No one knows how long, but because you can still get parts, and these bikes, like I say, are so iconic, and they are an American-made muscle, bike that is going away. The price of it's not going to probably go down significantly for a while. It has a 106 motor in it, which roughly comes to about 1,731 cc, so not quite an 1,800, but still pretty close enough. It is both air-cooled and oil-cooled. I do like that combination. Always have. It's not a bike that you have to worry about when you're in town or you're in a big city. The bike overheating, things like that. This bike is not a light bike, by the way. It is tipping the scales at almost 800 pounds. So it is a big boy, but I mean, you do get stuff like radio, you get cruise control, you got Bluetooth on this thing, like you name it, this bike came with it stock, guys. And this is back in like 2014. So this is crazy that a bike from that era would have this much technology. Those saddlebags on it are huge. The seats are very, very comfortable. This bike is made for long distance traveling. It has a lot of the things like the gold wings and stuff have, but it has that young person like feature and look to it. That's something I like about it. Am I like super young? No, guys. I'm actually turning 40 here pretty soon, but I still don't like the gold wing, like dad bike type of look. It's just not my thing. You know what I mean? I like more of the muscle bike type of look. I like the Sportsters. I do like the Fat Boys, like the speedier type of bikes that are kind of plain. This bike isn't plain. This bike is actually pretty tricked out. So if I had to go with a more tricked out type of bike, that is what would come to my mind. I would want something that looks very futuristic, very cool looking like this, like I pour that money into it. It is 88 horsepower. It has 105 foot-pounds of torque. It's fuel injected, and it has a 6-speed transmission. So, yeah, that's all like the basic stuff, guys. But this bike basically has everything you're gonna need or want in a bike: comfortability, style, great looks. It's definitely a head turner, and you do have an American classic. Now, the only downside that I can really see to this bike is, um, especially considering it's a 2014. Now, if you get a newer one, which I think they stopped making them about around, like, I want to say 2021. But don't quote me on that. If you get a newer one, you can still, I assume, get a lot of parts. But as they get older, it may get harder and harder to get parts. So if you're going to get a Victory, I would say don't go past 2010. You know what I mean? And that's 2010 is probably on the danger zone, okay? So I would definitely say, at least don't go past that 2010 mark, just because you want to make sure you have parts for as long as you may need it. And not that you have a bike, that when you do get ready to change something breaks or something happens that you can't get anything for. If you ask me what happened to Victory, guys, I think what happened to Victory is it fell into the Harley Davidson curse. Unfortunately, guys, when we think American motorcycles to this day, Harley Davidson will always be the number one American motorcycle that comes to your mind. Then shortly after that, you start thinking Indian. I just don't think Victory was able to get that market and get into people's head. Not back then. Do I think Victory? Listen to me. If you come back now, Polaris, whoever, if you come back now, you guys can make money off of these bikes, because I think now the new generation is beginning to get into cooler looking bikes. You know what I mean? Harley, a lot of its newer bikes, the Pan American, that came out not too long ago. The Harley Sportster S that came out not too long ago. You've got just so many more bikes that have more of a cooler, futuristic look. Look at the new Goldwing. Oh my God, the new Goldwing just looks bizarre. The same looks like it came out of I think they modeled it after Akira, the anime. So like, look at like the newer bikes, guys. They're doing this thing. So you guys can come back. You can bring back the Victory. You can give us back that new American style. And we promise you, where we weren't buying it. I'm telling you, we will. And we'll be proud to have that Victory logo on it. Especially considering that Victory logo is something that I think is special because it's a rarity now. Where, I don't know, like, with Victory too, like I say, if they can get out of that Harley shadow, and they can really grow, a lot of the Japanese bikes just don't have that problem because, when we think of Honda or Yamaha or Kawasaki, they have a huge market in the sports bike industry, but that sports bike industry also has helped carry them over in the cruiser industry. They have some of the cheaper looking cruisers that model a lot of the Harleys and a lot of the Indians or whatever. And if I'm a guy that wants a bike, and some of them are just happy, perfectly happy with their metric style bike. But if I want that bike that kind of looks like that Harley but isn't a Harley, I'm going to go with one of these Japanese style bikes. I can't talk today, guys. It's a long day at work and it's kind of late. I'm going to go with one of these Japanese style bikes because it is very similar to what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? It doesn't have quite that Harley sound. It doesn't have that Harley vibration, but it's still a very similar look to it. I pull off some of the badges and I throw some you know, eagles on it or whatever have you. From a far off distance, I can take this bike and I can turn it into something that definitely resembles a Harley Davidson. And if you're not right up on me, you may not know. You can't do that with a Victory. You guys see what this bike looks like. It looks like a freaking alien. There's no way with any of the Victories, look at all the years and the models and stuff like that, you cannot make them look like a Harley Davidson because they look like something completely different of their own. You know what I mean? They have just a very customized and cool look. So I just think back then, the world just wasn't ready for it because we still had a lot of the older generation, you know what I mean, that was just like, we want our bikes looking this way, kind of more plain, more simpler, and we want our Harleys and we want our Indians, and we're not sure about you, Victory, because you won't make this bike look just this way. But who knows? Maybe in the future, you know what I mean, we will have a new line of Victory motorcycles or something like that. I definitely would be excited about it. But hey, we'll just have to see. Guys, I just want to thank you again so very much for watching. I promise you, I'm going to get you out more great content. I'm going to definitely get you some GoPro material coming up here pretty soon. I actually got a new computer, so I'm really excited to kind of put that to the test and do some new editing and different things like that, and see how I can transfer a lot of the videos from the GoPro onto the computer and put it all together and just see, you know, how can I bring my future to, you know, my channel to the future. All right, guys, that's it for me tonight. I am just too tired. This video is straight raw. I'm not even gonna edit this for you guys. I'm gonna leave it just the way it is. You know what I mean? Because I love you guys. You know, I got up at 4 something in the morning and I'm trying to shoot a video here late at night. I got to get up at 4 something in the morning again to go back to work. So hey, it is what it is. We got to stay on our ground. We got to secure that bag. And I just love talking to you guys. It's your boy Moto MMA, aka Jason Ball, saying thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Vows of favor or the thrill of plunder, pulled together for the clan and kin. Clank of hammers and the crash of thunder. How